Hello, my name is Faith, and I became an Airbnb Superhost in less than 5 months. Yes, that is definitely worthy of celebration. I'm super excited and very happy to have achieved this. So this video is going to be a video giving you tips on how to achieve Superhost status. So first things first, the first thing I did before anything was head over to Airbnb to see what the requirements were to achieve the Superhost status. So there's 4 main things that Airbnb looks for. The first being your review rate. It needs to be 4.8 or higher. The next thing that they look for is your response rate. It has to be 90% or higher. Then they also look at the number of stays that you have. Now there's 2 different criterias for this. It's either based on the number of completed stays or the number of nights. So as long as you meet either or, then you qualify for Superhost status. And then the last thing that you need would be, you need to have less than 1% cancellation rate. And once you have all of these achieved, you're a Superhost. If you're lacking in one of those 4 categories, you will not have the Superhost status. So how it works is they give the Superhost access every 4 months. Is it every 4 months? Every 3 months, sorry. So they do it April, July, October, and January. Basically, if you fall short in any of those categories, you potentially lose your Superhost status. So that's essentially what I did. I looked at the requirements and made sure that everything that I did was focused on those 4 main things. So let's get right into it. The first one was reviews. How did I get good reviews? The first thing that I did was to get good reviews, make sure you get good guests. I find that guests that are too nitpicky or guests that are kind of cheap come with a lot of complaints. So I made sure I was very clear on who my target audience was. I did a lot of screening because I really just wanted to attract the right guests who are going to be respectful of my space and of me. And I also make sure that every review that I get, I try to respond and acknowledge that review, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. And I think people that are searching on my profile or looking for a place to stay, when they see that, it's a good look. So that's what I would say is respond to your reviews. The second thing that I did was I made sure I responded to all messages within 30 minutes or less. And that's why I have 100% response rate. Like I catch every single message. I have the notifications on, both on email as well as from Airbnb, to ensure that I'm not missing the messages from my guests. The third thing that I did to make sure that I got this status was made sure that I was getting my bookings. For me, it was easier for me to get number of stays. I think that's the one that I hit first. I had to get, I think, 10 completed stays, and that's what got me through, because most of my guests tend to stay for shorter periods of time rather than lengthier periods of time. So the goal that I was going for was completed stays versus number of nights. So that's what worked well for me. It might be different for you. The other thing that I did was made sure I had no cancellations. And the way that you can do that is to make sure that you're on top of your calendars. Make sure that you're consistently updating your Airbnb calendar. So if you have plans for your home and you don't feel like renting it out, make sure you go and block it off on Airbnb so nobody else books it. Because if somebody does book it and you have to cancel on them, then that affects your potential of being Airbnb Superhost. So those are a few of the things that I did, and I made sure that I met those requirements, and that's how I achieved it. So why is it important to become an Airbnb Superhost? It's important because automatically when you get that status, guests see you in a different shade and different light. They automatically view you as a reliable, responsible, and great host. And that's exactly what you are, and that's what you want to be. And Airbnb also awards you by ensuring that your listings come up on top. They also have a filtering system that allows guests to filter to Superhost only. So if guests only want to stay with Superhost, they can actually put that filter on, which means that there's more visibility for you and your home. So that's why it's important to be an Airbnb Superhost. You also get access to the Superhost community to learn from other great Airbnb hosts and exchange tips, secrets, and all that good stuff. So there's a lot of benefits that come with this, and that's why I was happy to get it. And I'm so grateful that I was able to do it. And now I want to help other people do it as well. So again, if you want more tips or advice on how to run your Airbnb, definitely hit me up. I have a link in my bio where you can book a one-on-one session with me for 1 hour to ask me anything. So if you want to chat, do go ahead and do that. And other than that, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this type of content, please do let me know by commenting down below, liking this video, and also subscribing to help your girl out. Anyway, I hope to see you guys again soon. Take care and stay safe.